Welcome back to the Broker Power Up podcast, the AIME podcast for strategy stories and insight to help you close more loans. I'm Tommy Golightly, joined by Jonathon and Haddad. How are you?
It's been a day. It's been a day, Tommy, but it's been a lot of learning today. Sure. It has been we had today's Wednesday, so we did the mortgage morning call with Chris Vincent, and we absolutely crushed it. Just the love of the community, just the amount of sales. Like, we are becoming such a sales org. It's amazing to feel that way. And it's the stuff we talk. It is the stuff we talked about, 2.5 years ago when I first came in, and we were just having all the early conversations where we're going to teach sales and we're going to help people close more loans. And it's so simple. Yeah, here we are. It is simple. You just have to keep working on it every day. So I'm blessed. I'm excited. What about you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're itching a little bit closer to Fuse, and there's lots of things that our team is working on, and signs and designs and Hall of AIME and all the stuff that is very exciting that we have to keep tight lips on and can't talk about. But I'm very excited for it to become public and very excited for people to see all of the awesome stuff that we have planned. But we also have a lot going on today. We have the Broker Buzz, where we're going to dive into the top posts of the week from the Brokers Are Best Facebook group and discuss what's trending, what's working, and what you need to know. Then we'll go into some sales pitch training and a story time with John, so we can become better salespeople, just like we talked about. And I remember when we started this podcast, that was one of those things of just like, we're just going to talk sales, and we're going to do a podcast every week, and we're going to talk about it. We're on episode 71.
That's what I'm saying. Here we are, 71 weeks later.
But as we start every podcast, a fortune cookie. And we are down to just 3 broken ones from the original batch. So we'll have to
I hope there's some in there.
I know. There is. Okay. I checked. They're all the broken ones from Fuse. So I can see the paper. I just couldn't read the paper. Today's fortune. Your Monday mindset will attract opportunities and success.
Oh, dude. I just had a meeting prior to this call, and our meeting for that meeting, follow-up meeting, is Monday. And it's like a big meeting that we have coming up. I can't get into details.
Sure.
But that was really cool because when I tell you 7 minutes ago, I jumped off that call. And we are scheduled for Monday. So that just got me a little excited. But it also teaches me too that I should probably be unbelievably prepared coming into Monday as well. So now I was like, oh, wait, it's probably a bigger deal.
It's also, it's going to attract opportunities and success.
It will, man. It will. That's what that one means to me right now. That's a lot more. That hit obviously harder just because it was so recent. I didn't do that one. It was 8 minutes ago. But what about you?
It makes me think. I looked over and I saw my notebook that we got at Ascent. Love this notebook. But every Monday, my Monday mindset is planning. I plan for pretty much the whole week and exactly all the things that I need to get done that I know about going into the week, and prioritizing those, because inevitably at AIME things pop up and we're going to have to go jump on those things. But so basically prioritizing the things and getting the things done that we know about as soon as possible so that we can hop on the new, fresh, hot ideas. And just the way I plan it out is like per day. And then it's almost like a checklist on the right side. And then on the left side, which is usually like the back page, I have that's where my nonsensical notes go, where it's just only I could probably understand what those notes mean. But when I go into meetings, they're usually notes that are like, follow up with this person on X or Y or Z. But it helps me stay organized, and that's my Monday mindset, is organizing myself for the week.
I love that, man. Yeah, you do a good job though with just the follow up and making sure all the things that are asked of you get completed. You have a good job of, you do, like the to-do list. I still 30, almost 35 years in, I'm still trying to figure out how to do all this stuff on my side of it. So I love that you have a process and a system. By the way, when you did you ever used to do the S's when you doodled back in the day? You remember that?
Oh yeah, the diamond S's. Oh yeah.
S's. Yeah. My notebooks from school, I mean, I was just doodling
tabletops, everywhere.
That, and I was the kid making beats every once in a while, just
the pseudo professional drummer in the back.
I was all right.
Well, let's dive into the Broker Buzz with our first question of the week. John, I got a client whose Chapter 7 bankruptcy was just discharged. Any products out there for this? They are looking to purchase their new primary residence.
So, one, let me answer the question. There's probably some non-QM products out there, so look into the non-QM space, and then depending on the client, who they are, FHA, VA, conventional. Obviously, you'll look into those aspects as well. Not going to find much. VA might have some potential exceptions or things that you can do if the client is a veteran. I don't know if that's the case. It doesn't sound like it. So if it's not, you're going to have to find non-QM. But I want to take the time though to just ask you, right, as the LO, and please don't take this out of context. It's just me being curious, and this is just how I look at it. It could have been a crazy circumstance, right? Which is why they had the bankruptcy. A Chapter 7 means you pay nothing back. So basically, discharge me of all my debts. I'm done. I'm set. Discharge. Take what you got to take. Collect the money you got to collect. We're done. That's a Chapter 7. And so Chapter 13 is I pay some money back. I'm set up on a payment plan, however that might work. So a Chapter 7 is I'm done. So if this client just discharged from the Chapter 7, I don't know how long ago, maybe a week, a month, a year, doesn't matter, whatever it might be. Well, I do want to question and ask a lot more of that client. Hey, why is it different this time around? You know, what happened before? Dig deep into the bankruptcy side of things before you spend the time finding a non-QM lender for the person. If you already have dug deep and it's an extenuating circumstance and everything checks out and the client has a bunch of money and things just, life happened, I get it. But hey, another area that we have to bear this responsibility as loan officers, whether we like it or not, is sometimes we might just have to say, hey, like this, you're set up not in a good place. Like this might happen again based on what I'm looking at. So that's my advice on there. Tread cautiously for sure. Ask a lot of questions if you haven't already. And that's the path that I would look at. If the client is a good client for it, look into the non-QM side of things.
Excellent. And our next question: has anyone done a fix and flip on a single family residence property with a 1-year right of redemption involving HUD?
That is the craziest product I've ever seen in my life. So HUD, there's HUD Homes. So HUD Homes basically sold by the FHA directly, HUD directly, actually not FHA, I apologize. But by HUD, there's a whole process for it. And it's not the easiest process. It is, as long as you manage expectations, because there's a lot of time that goes, there's just a lot you have to do. Now you're adding a fix and flip to this mix. And so basically you're trying to flip the property as fast as possible after you fix it up, whatever it might be. And now you also have a 1-year right of redemption period on this. This is a potential dumpster fire, in my opinion. I haven't gone down this path. So, hey, I might be speaking out of line and someone might tell me, John, actually, this is super simple. Everything about this to me is red flags. I don't read simple on this. I read a lot of managing expectations. And I know that's what you're trying to do, by the way. So please note that. I know you're trying to figure out like what can or can I not do. Unless I'm missing something, this is one y'all to run in the opposite direction and find a different property for now, or just make sure that things will work out the way they need to work out accordingly on this product. Call the current lender that you're doing the fix and flip with and walk them through it as well. But I definitely think you're going to run into potential issues here. And I would absolutely make sure that you are dialed into it, especially with a 1-year right of redemption. That could take time. I don't even know if you could do anything in that process. So you even have to figure out what that means for the redemption side of it for the property itself, because it takes about a year basically before you can sell or do anything after the foreclosure. I believe is exactly what the 1-year redemption period is. So definitely a lot of red flags for me. And if I'm wrong here, would love the community to also tell me. Tommy, we can post that too. I might be wrong on this one. I just don't think I am. Please let me know. So let's make a note of that. I have no problem. Somebody let me know.
We're going to post these in Brokers Are Best and let us know.
Thank you.
And our next question: is an employment gap due to childbirth and infant care acceptable under FHA guidelines?
So yes, you're returning. It sounds like you're either returning back to work, or maybe you were a stay-at-home mom first, and then you decided to afterwards, then you said, okay, let me figure this out. The only thing that does raise a eyebrow for me, and I think my eyebrow did go up when I read it, but the only thing that is the infant care, is that like foster care? Were they taking care of other kids? Is there something
I
something
think
going
it's like,
on with the kid?
if I had to guess, it would be like they had the kid and then maybe like the first year stayed at home or first 2 years stayed at home with the kid. Would be my guess.
Okay, so if it's what Tommy is saying, look up the return from look up the return to work guideline from FHA. That is acceptable. Like if they were a stay-at-home mom, or that's just what they decided to do. Yes. Now it does depend. What is their new job? Like if they're variable income, no, there's nothing. That's nothing to do with it. It's just a matter of, hey, you haven't shown enough time of making variable income money. But if you're like a salaried employee now, you will have opportunities here. There may be a potential caveat with FHA wanting you to be on the job for at least 90 days. So you do have to look into that, just depending on your actual structure. But call the lender you're working with on this for the FHA side. Talk to a high-level underwriter. Ask if they say yes, ask them to leave a note in the file for you. That's the last thing I'll say on there. I do believe you have solutions here, but it will be based on how your consumer is going to be paid.
Absolutely. And our final question for the week. Anyone had a 4506C rejected, but everything is correct? We checked, borrower even called the IRS, and they said everything matched, other than just resubmit it. Any suggestions?
So I assume the client asked the IRS, if everything's perfect, why didn't it go through? And then I assume the IRS replied with resubmit it. So that's strange to me. If it was, that's just a personal thing. I haven't seen many get rejected for like tech errors in my 14 years of doing this. And I'm truly trying to think about it, but I haven't seen a rejection that was perfect. So basically I filled this out perfectly. I've then been rejected. I've never seen it myself. Your best bet is A, resubmit, or B, the easiest route for you here is have the client log in to their ID.me from the IRS website and just have them download their transcripts if that's what you are looking for. Did it say what were the transcripts? Was it W-2?
I didn't say.
It's just regular trade. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, if it's just the transcripts, their best bet's just have the client log in and pull them themselves. It's way easier.
Cool. Well, if you want your question answered on the Broker Power Up podcast, be sure to be an AIME member in the Brokers Are Best Facebook group and use the hashtag Broker Power Up to be sure to make sure your question is read here on the podcast. And we'll be right back after this quick ad about Fuse to become better salespeople.
Fuse 2026 touches down in Austin, Texas from September 24th through the 26th, and this will be the biggest one yet. We are bringing the independent mortgage community together for 3 days of connection, strategy, and real solutions that are tangible and easy to implement that day. As always, Fuse is an event built for brokers by brokers, and this year's main stage is stacked with some of the biggest names and sharpest minds, both from within and beyond the mortgage industry. Not to mention the VA Summit and the incredible WMN Summit. Denim and diamonds this year for WMN, plus dozens of breakout sessions and an exhibit hall packed with partners passionate about pushing the industry forward. And you heard it right. We are giving away a truck. Yes, iced by Cake, live on the main stage this year. And the best part, every single AIME member has a chance to take it home. If you aren't a member, sign up today to claim your Fuse ticket included with your membership. Annual plans start at $199 per year. Scan the QR code to learn more. We'll see you in Austin.
All right, and I'm ready to become a better salesperson. John, what do you got?
I'm ready too, Tommy. Go ahead and let us know the path we are going down today. You know what, Tommy? Today, what I'll do. So I do have actually a bunch of stories. Just life. Think about.
Of course.
Thinking about my grandma. Thinking about some of the like dogs in the family are passing away now too, and it's strange. It's strange how you as a person start to develop as you go through this journey of life, and then things kind of hit you really hard, and you start to figure out how to process things differently. And that's every aspect of all of our lives is how to process things, whether it's grief, whether it's happiness, regardless of what it is. And, here's what I'll tell you then, Tommy, I am going to pass it to you and anything we want to talk about today, because I have a lot of things on my mind that I can go through, but I can just talk. We can talk about anything sales specific. But, I tell this to people all the time, and I believe this. I spent so many years, and I still do today. The difference is I know what's going on, but learning to control my emotions and to regulate and to be able to express myself properly. Like, in my culture growing up, that wasn't a thing, like you weren't allowed to have anxiety. And that's not a bad, it's just how I grew up. It doesn't bother me by any means at all. But I will say that me learning how to do this helps with everything else. And it helps with my work more than anything. It helps with my ability to sell, my ability to communicate, my ability to put food on my table. That goes so much further than just learning how to deal with grief. And this is learning how to deal with your life. Your life just happens to have. You don't get to skip grief. I don't get to skip it. You don't get to skip it. We don't get to skip heartache. We don't get to skip love. We don't get to skip. None of us get to skip any of this. It's all about how do I deal with the emotions as they approach me. And y'all, when you learn how to do this, you become so much more efficient at your craft, at your job, at selling, at having conversations with people. And I challenge all of you. To really sit down and think about the processes you have and you put in place, regardless of what it is in your life. They should be pretty close to the same process that you follow. You might have different outcomes, different things that you do, but it's a systematic process. And you can build it. And if you don't know how to build it, I gave a tip today. Go onto your AI, your chat GPT, and ask it to interview you. And say, hey, I want to build a process about dealing with rejections when it comes to sales. But I need you to interview me first so you understand what my pain points are. This is just me talking off the top of the head. Then you just let it interview you and you build the process out. So, Tommy, that's just where my head has been. But talking about sales, I'll pass it your way.
Yeah.
What are you reading in the chats? What are things that you maybe are thinking about, or things that you think our community is thinking about, or even just a random thing we could talk about from a sales perspective?
I mean, what I had in mind was kind of a follow-up on the discussion that we had a couple weeks ago about about just going on vacation in general. Like, I was going on vacation and how important it is to step away and all those things. And what that really does help me do when I get back is realign priorities and understand what's important, what's hot, what needs to get done, what needs to go out, why it does, and what's okay to wait till tomorrow. Like, we have a team of 5 on my team, and we have a lot of stuff that we do every single day. But not all of it is hot that has to be done at a certain time. It's like within a week's window, we need to record X amount of podcasts. We need to put out a certain amount of social posts. We need to put out a certain amount of emails. And so these are all things that, when it's easy to be super zoomed in and just understand and almost lose track of what's important, and spending too much time on the stuff that literally the only people that are going to notice are the people on my team, where like even other employees at AIME won't even notice because it's not important. It's not something that moves the needle. But if you don't take time to step away and you're staring and spending so much time on those little tiny things, those things are going to bug you and they're going to stick out like a sore thumb and it's going to drive you crazy. But it's not actually going to make a difference if you spend a half hour or if you spend 2 minutes on that one little thing, if that makes sense.
It does. It does make a lot of sense, man. And from the sales side of it too, just being able to break your mind down that way and finding these wins and finding these opportunities. Oh, sorry, I got a weird email, but it's okay. I have my notifications off. You don't even have to edit that. You can keep that in here. That's okay. I don't even mind. But no, as a sales professional, right? Just especially the part being bugged by the small things that add up pretty quickly, that kills you. It kills you. I mean, it absolutely destroys you from doing the things that you actually need to be doing. And that's where I'm at right now, kind of delegating more things, making sure I'm spending time in the areas I need to be spending time in. And Tommy, you just made me think too. You talked about your team.
Mm-hmm.
You're also empowering your team.
Mm-hmm.
Like you really are empowering them and pushing them forward. And now they have to step up and they got to do more. And
mm-hmm.
that's a really important piece. That's people. if they're working, with you for whatever you say, whatever you call it, they want to feel empowered. They want to feel like, okay, is the work I'm doing beneficial for our organization? We all want to feel that way, by the way, not just employees. I want to feel that way.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to feel that way. I was just talking to my mom. We're all out of the house now. My mom was just telling me, she goes, oh, you know what? I don't, she's like, I don't really miss too much when you guys were super young because you guys were crazy. But she's like, since you guys have been out, it's like, I'm not needed as much. I'm not cooking like I used to. I'm not. And even for her, like everybody wants that feeling. So empowering people to do more of that, to have those opportunities is a big, big win.
Absolutely. And allowing them to assume the position of the professional career that they're running, in that whenever they run into roadblocks, they come to me, but they don't come to me like panicked and like, oh no, there's this issue. What do I do? It's, hey, this popped up. Is this the correct answer? And 9 times out of 10, I'm like, yes, do that.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And all they needed was that my reassurance and my backing and me just believing that they are correct. And then they just run with it and they get it done. And it stops them. They never lose an hour or two. Just, do I go with this, or do I ask Tommy? Do I come to Tommy? It's never a question. They come to me because I'm never going to shut them down or tell them they're wrong, or and thankfully it's never happened because they come to me with the correct answer 9 times out of 10. And it just makes my job very easy. But
I'm waiting for the day they come to you and it's wrong and you just snap and I get an HR complaint. What's this? Yeah.
No, that'll be just from me snapping about something else.
Probably. Yeah, Tommy lost it. You should have seen it. Oh my God, that's so funny. Listen, y'all, we stay focused. Stay focused. Don't worry about everybody else and what they're doing.
No.
Worry about what's in front of you. Worry about what you can complete. And look, if you don't know where to start, you're lying to yourself. Yes, you do. We all know the thing we're supposed to be doing right now. You do. I know you know that. You know the tough conversation you're supposed to have, and you're not having it. You know the conversations you need to have with your team members, and you're not having it. You know the things that you need to do to generate more business, but hey, we're not doing all of it. Stay focused. A lot of people winning right now, and you have the chance to do the same exact thing. But it takes a lot of focus, takes a lot of sheer will. But more importantly, it takes the right people around you, the right community to help push you forward, to help you focus on your wins and focus on your goals. That has been our commitment at AIME for the last 2.5 years, helping you close more loans. And we've done exactly that. And I'll leave you guys with this and we'll jump off. I was on a call today with Chris Vincent, and he said the average man on a date, Tommy, if you had to guess, how many questions do you think the average man asks on a date?
2.5.
Okay, you were super close. So 1.7 is the, so basically they get cut off. Question before it goes out. But 1.7, and it made me think. I said 1.7. So I texted my wife right away because I asked so many questions. So I know it's been a while, but our first date, do you think I asked more than 2 questions or less, if you had to guess? She said, you easily asked 25 questions. Like easily asked 25 questions. And so I'm going to leave you with that. Whether it's your potential spouse, whether it's a potential prospect, whoever it might be, how many questions are you asking? All right. And ladies, you too, how many questions are you asking to your prospects?
I'm doing this as soon as I get off.
Oh, listen, how many questions? How many questions do you ask your team, your prospects, whoever you are, man or woman, whoever you are? That's what I'm going to leave you with, is ask more questions and write them down, tally them, see how many you ask throughout the day, and you would be shocked at the results.
Thank you for tuning in to the Broker Power Up podcast. If you found today's tips helpful, do us a favor. Hit the like button to let us know you enjoyed it, which helps even more people see this content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ring the bell to get notified every time we drop new content. Share this video with a fellow broker who could use a power up. And remember to lead by example, to lift each other up, to grow together, and most importantly, close more loans. Until next time, keep powering up.